So this is the fourth Expendables movie that came out this year. Well, I think a couple of days ago it came out, and I went to go see it, and nobody was really there. It's pretty quiet in there. It was like a couple of people in there. I'm like, oh, okay, that's not a good sign. There's not that many people there. I guess because like other shit's out besides Expendables 4. Like, let me see, what other shit's out besides Expendables 4? Well, there's the Equalizer 3, and that was a pretty good movie, so I heard it made a lot of money in the box office, so I'm not surprised, because it's the Equalizer. I mean, Denzel Washington, kicking ass like he always does in movies. How much money did that movie even made exactly? I know this is a review about Expendables 4, not Equalizer 3, but I think it made a lot of money, I think. I'm not going to go deep into that right now. We're talking about Expendables 4. So, Expendables 4. So, I will say this is better than the third movie because the third movie is just, it's too much shit going on. You had too many new characters in that movie. I mean, this movie has a lot of new characters too, but I can deal with these characters more than I can deal with the Expendables 3 movie. And like, they had like fucking Ronda Rousey's ugly ass in there. They had these other losers in there. I don't know why we need new people in there, new young people in that third movie. I don't know what Stallone was thinking about, especially making it PG-13. I'm like, what the fuck was he thinking? But now this one's back to rated R again. Arg! So it's back to that again. And this is a smaller type of budget of a film because it has a different cast, totally different cast than the third movie. Because one, Jet Li couldn't come back because he has like a condition now or some shit like that. So he's like bald and shit. He has this disease. He has some rare disease, I think. Terry Crews didn't come back because he had a fight about this producer because the producer was gay because he grabbed his dick, and he decided to sue him instead of beating the shit out of him. So that happened. I'm not kidding. That actually happened in real life. I think it was like at a fucking a club or something like that. Him and his wife were hanging out at a club, and he was like sitting down, and this gay producer just touched his dick out of the blue or some shit like that. And he was like, he didn't do nothing about it. He was like shocked. He did nothing about it. He decided to just sue him because I guess a black man being a white producer can give him a lot of trouble, I guess. Whatever. Even Michael J. White said that if a gay guy touched his dick, he would just fucking strangle the shit out of her or something like that. Terry Crews, like, he has no balls. He has no fucking balls. He let a gay man grab his dick. Pathetic. So that's why he's not in this movie, because he got in a fight with this producer, and the producer of the Expendables movies is friends with the gay producer, and Terry Crews had a problem with that, so that's why he's not in this movie. Yeah, so they replaced him with 50 Cent, which I don't mind 50 Cent. A lot of people don't like him because of his acting or something like that. I think he's an alright actor. I don't think he's that bad as people put him out to be, I wish they used him better in this movie. I wish they utilized him better here, but they didn't, because we'll get to that soon. We'll fucking get to that soon. But for right now, we're talking about why these actors were in the Expendables 4. Also, I think Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't in this movie because I think he was busy with other stuff and he didn't want to come back. He was not interested in coming back, I think. What else? I don't know if they asked Mickey Rourke to come in this movie. I think if they did ask him, I think he would have came back. I'm not 100% sure. But they didn't ask Mickey Rourke. But I think they asked Antonio Banderas to come back, and he was like, no. And they decided to make a character that's based off of him, but he's his son. And he actually does a really good job in this movie, and I wish they used him better in this movie also. So the character is basically Antonio Banderas' character's son in this movie. And he comes out of nowhere, and he's like part of the Expendables now, or some shit like that. I really like him as a character. I really like this guy as an actor and a character. He does a really good job here, but like I said, he's basically another character they didn't really utilize properly, just like with 50 Cent. Like, this character had a lot of potential, Antonio Banderas' character's son, and like, he had like a lot of potential in this movie, but like I said, they didn't use him right. Once again, just like with 50 Cent, he didn't use him right, and he was just there. Like, I don't get it. You have these characters in this movie, but somehow you don't use them the right way. Even Dolph Lundgren's character doesn't really do that much in this movie either. Now he wears glasses. He's sober now. He doesn't really drink anymore. Not until the end of the movie. That's when he starts drinking again and he starts shooting people. But it's like, I don't know. These characters are like a lot different than I remember in the first and second movie, Expendables. I don't know why they're so different here. And the director is the same guy who did the movie Act of Valor, which I thought was a really good army movie. And they got him to do this. And I was like, this is going to be a really good film. They got the guy who did the Act of Valor. He's directing an Expendables movie. His might be pretty fucking good. Well, it turns out just to be alright. So I'm not going to say it sucks, but I think it's pretty alright at best. I'm not like everyone else. I'm not going to get all butthurt about things like, Megan Fox is in this movie. You know what? Honestly, I didn't mind her in this movie at all. Like, she didn't piss me off. She didn't be cringe or anything. So I don't get the big deal is having Megan Fox in here. I mean, it's like people want to act like virgins all the time. They want to like bitch and moan because Megan Fox in here. In real life she sucked people's blood with Machine Gun Kelly and this and that. Who cares? That's real life. This is a movie. It's totally different from a movie in real life. That is pretty fucking weird, but I don't give a shit. But like I said, these fucking virgins, they always whine about, Megan Fox is in here. I'm not gonna watch this movie. Fucking grow up. Just watch it. It's not that fucking bad. She's not that bad as an actress. She's like okay. She's not like the best actress in the world or some shit like that. She ain't no fucking Rosario Dawson or some shit. She ain't nothing like her. And people like bitch him about 50 Cent too. I'm like, I don't get it. Like, what's wrong with 50 Cent? I don't see he's that bad. They ain't using him right in this movie, which we're gonna get to that soon. But yeah, he's alright. He's alright actor too. I don't mind him. Alright, so let's get to the story. So the main villain is played by Iko Uwais. You remember him from the movie The Raid Redemption, one of the best action movies of all time. They made him the main villain. Well, he's not really the main villain, but in the beginning he actually is the main villain. But later on there is the real main villain that's in charge of all this whole operation, this and that, besides him. So he attacks this fucking country or some shit like that. Kills everybody there, and they're looking for something. I forgot what the fuck they're looking for. They're like looking for something, and all of a sudden it cuts to frickin' Stallone going to Statham's house, and Statham is dating Megan Fox or some shit like that, and they're like arguing about goofy shit because Statham's character Christmas, he's a ladies' man. He gets all the ladies and stuff like that. You remember all these other movies, how it is in the first and second movie and the third movie. We know how the whole story goes with all that. And Stallone comes by. He needs his ring back from this bar or something like that. He lost this guy named Jumbo Shrimp. It's a thumb wrestling match or something like that. So they go there and fucking beat the shit out of these guys. Stallone, I think he shoots one of them or something like that. Sylvester Stallone, he didn't really do that much in this movie either. He didn't really do anything that much in this movie because he was busy with other stuff. I'm guessing, and he was like doing other stuff like a TV show, that reality show. I'm like, why is he doing a reality show? I don't get that. Why is Stallone doing a reality show with his daughters? I don't get that. And also, I think he's doing like another movie besides that. So he has like all this other shit going on, and he's not in this movie for that long. We're gonna get to that soon also. And so now, yeah, he gets his ring back because he lost his fucking dumb wrestling match or something like that, and they put his ring on his big dildo slimy dick or something like that. I guess that's supposed to be funny or something. And like I said, they had this whole fight, stay and beat the shit out of these guys at the bar, and the bartender's like, alright, just take your ring, don't fuck my place up. He didn't say anything, he just put the ring on the table and gave it to Stallone. So that happens, and now they got a new mission, and the whole gang shows up, at the operation, talk about their next mission, and fucking 50 Cent's there, he's the new guy, and Antonio Banderas' character's son is the new guy. They just come out of the blue. And Randy Couture, Dolph Lundgren's back, and Andy Garcia is the new guy that gives out the missions now, because Bruce Willis, You don't know what happened to Bruce Willis in the Expendables 3 because he didn't come back for Expendables 3 because he wanted like a whole bunch of money. And they're like, no, we're not getting a bunch of fucking money. They just laugh at his face. He got pissed off. He walked out. Even if they asked him to come back, he can't remember shit anymore because he has like dementia now, so he can't remember a goddamn thing. So that's why another reason why he didn't come back for this role, for the role that Garcia took over. He couldn't really come back because he has dementia and shit. So they have a new mission and they go to the fucking they go to the place where Iko Uwais is attacked. He attacked this place with his fucking goons, and fucking 50 Cent and the Antonio Banderas' character's son. He's in the car with them. They're shooting guns in the car. There's like a car gun. It's like a minigun on a car and it's shooting at them and shit like that. With also Stallone, he's still in the helicopter because his helicopter got hit by a fucking rocket and they got dropped all the Expendables dudes off out of the rocket, so they go fight these fucking goons that down in the fucking in the country and shit. So they go fucking drive around in the car shooting at them and shit. I guess I didn't mind that. I didn't mind those scenes. They're in the car with the minigun and stuff like that. I didn't mind the parts with Antonio Banderas' son. He's pretty funny. I like the parts where he shoots the guys. He makes a couple of funny jokes and stuff like that. I didn't mind all that. 50 Cent wasn't that bad. I wish they used him better in this movie, which they didn't. He only says like a couple lines, and that's about it. He don't say anything like really interesting at all. Because the shit they gave him is like sucks. Like the script they gave him is like terrible. He doesn't have his gold chains or his cool like bulletproof vest on and shit. I mean, he doesn't have bulletproof vest on, but he doesn't have like his really cool shit on. Because I'm thinking about that video game, 50 Cent Bulletproof. I keep thinking about that game. I'm like, well, why does he have all his cool getup and shit? With fucking the chains and stuff like that. He should have all that out there. I guess because like the bad guys could like choke him out with that and kill him or something like that. That's why he have his fucking chains on him or something. His gold chains and stuff. Well, anyways, yeah. And fucking Stallone's still in the fucking helicopter. Well, not a helicopter. He's in his fucking plane. He's in there, fucking like flying around and shit. I'm like, is he gonna come down and help them out, or he's gonna keep flying around in the fucking plane? I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Should he come on there and fucking kick ass with fucking Statham in the gang? Like, what's going on with that shit? And he keeps fucking fire out those flares out of the plane just to mess up the rocket or something like that for hitting the plane or some shit. And fucking Statham wanted to go save him before he fucking blows up in the plane or something like that. It's like, I'm gonna save your ass. I want you to get fucking die or some shit like that. Even though it was still too late because Iko Uwais shoots it down with the gun and the plane blows up and Stallone dies. Well, not really. He doesn't really die. Spoiler. He doesn't really die. Yeah, for some reason, throughout the whole movie, fucking Barney Ross dies, and everyone thought he died or something like that, and he wasn't in the whole fucking movie till the end. Spoilers. Yeah, I'm spoiling. He doesn't show up till the fucking end of the movie, till like 5 minutes left. That's when he's there. He fucking saves everybody or something. I'm like, what the fuck? So he's only in the movie for like at least like 10 minutes. I think he's only in the movie for like 10 minutes. He's only in there for. I'm like, well, what was the point of having Stallone in here and he's just in there just for fucking 10 minutes? Statham's like the main lead of the whole movie. The whole fucking movie is about Statham. I kid you not. The whole movie's just about him. I mean, I don't mind Jason Statham, but the problem is like it should be about everyone else. 50 Cent, fucking Dolph Lundgren. I'm like, why is the whole movie all about fucking Statham? I don't get that. I love the guy. He's a really good actor. He kicks a lot of ass, but it should be about 50 Cent too, and fucking Dolph Lundgren, and Randy Couture, and fucking the dude that plays Antonio Banderas' son in the movie. But anyways, we'll come back to that later. So what happened here is after quote unquote Barney Ross dies, which he doesn't die. So everyone thought he was dead, and they're at the bar, mourning his death because everyone thought he died in the plane and blew up or some shit like that. So they'll mourn his death, and then fucking that Andy Garcia nerd shows up and he's like, all right, Statham, you're out of the team because you fucked up the whole mission. You fucked up. You're out. So your girlfriend's in charge now, Megan Fox, or you're getting the fuck out of here. You're out. He's like, all right, fuck you. I'm getting another job. So Statham becomes this new bouncer guy at this fucking pool party with this fat slob, rich fat fuck. And he's like a fucking asshole. He's like parking all these sluts in the beach house. So he's like, oh yeah, I'm making a TikTok video, bro. Yeah. He's like being a fucking asshole. And Statham started beating the shit out of him. Like, that's my favorite part. He started beating the shit out of him. And that was it. He's like, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm beating the shit out of this fat fuck. That was like hilarious. Man. That was like one of the best parts of the movie. Then that shit happened. He's like, all right, fuck it. So he's back home, and now he decides to look around his his house, looking at shit. And then Megan Fox comes by, and they had this fucking wrestle match with each other, and they fucked each other. Yeah, that happened. I didn't really care, but I wasn't like cringing about it or anything like that. Like everyone else would be like, I don't care about getting, I don't care about making fry. Just quit whining. It's just wait till the next scene, all right? Jesus Christ, fucking virgins, So that happened. Next thing you know, he gave her, in bed, he gave her this knife, which has a tracking device in it, which she didn't know until later on. So she's in charge of the mission, and he can't go anymore because he got kicked off the team. So she goes with the whole gang, her, Randy Couture, 50 Cent, Antonio Banderas' son, Dolph Lundgren, and this Asian woman. Out of nowhere, this Asian woman. I'm like, who the fuck is this blonde-haired Asian woman with all these tattoos and shit? Like, who the fuck is she? I mean, I don't mind her, but she just came out of the blue. So now we got two females in here now. I'm like, are they trying to promote a new, the Expendables or something like that? That fucking the Dead Project they try to do and make a female version of Expendables. Remember that shit? Is that what they trying to do or something? I'm like, who the fuck is this Asian woman? Where the fuck did she come from? Oh well, okay, that was weird. So she's there and she like give fucking Randy Couture the pinky finger, and that means like a middle finger. That's what Dolph Lundgren told her, I guess. Okay. So next scene, Statham meets this guy because he's looking for a boat to travel to the ship, and we all know who this guy is. It's Tony Jaa from Ong Bak. You haven't seen the movie Ong Bak, you're missing out. It's a pretty good fucking movie with Tony Jaa. A lot of people don't know who he is, but I'm one of those people that actually know who he is. He actually a really good martial artist, and that's the only movie I knew him for is that movie is Ong Bak. I don't know anything else besides that. I mean, there's another movie he's in with Iko Uwais, and I forgot what that was called. I think it was Triple Threat, and I didn't really like that movie that much at all. I just really didn't fuck with that movie Triple Threat. I thought it was pretty bad. I didn't really like it. They didn't really utilize the movie that well. But yeah, Tony Jaa, he's this guy that wants to help Statham revenge his boy Barney Ross. He's like, all right, you can get on the boat. We're gonna go to that ship, bring you there. That's basically it. He just brings him to the ship. Besides that, so Megan Fox and the crew and her Expendables team with Andy Garcia's dorky ass, they make it to the ship and they all get captured. Snap, just like that. They all get captured. That's it. They all trapped in the boat. Fan-fucking-tastic. Like, really? And that's it. That's what happened. They got captured and they're in the fucking room the whole fucking time, just waiting for fucking Statham and Tony Jaa to save their asses. Fucking great. Fucking glorifying. Like really? Like, well, what the fuck is that kind of idea? They're just all trapped in that fucking room and they can't really do anything? Who come up with this shit? Like, really? So that happens, and Statham fucking shows up to the ship with his boy Tony Jaa. Tony Jaa doesn't do anything right away. He's like, I don't think I want to do this type of thing. I'm gonna just chill on the boat. So then Statham goes on the boat. He starts shooting and kicking a lot of ass. All of a sudden, Tony Jaa shows out of nowhere with fucking these fucking machetes, cutting people up and shit. Like, like out of nowhere, he comes out of nowhere. He's fighting with him now. I'm like, what the fuck? Also, he want to show up and help out. All of a sudden, now he wants to just change his mind and come on the ship and help out. I'm like, okay, I guess that's cool. He just comes out of nowhere and helps Statham out. But like I said about Jason Statham, the whole fucking movie on this ship. The whole time on this ship was mostly Statham shooting and killing all these bad guys. All by himself. He did most of the work on this ship. I'm like, why are you fucking kidding me? Why is like Statham doing all the fucking work? He's like fucking doing stealth moves. Come out of nowhere, cut this dude's throat open. And all of a sudden he's on this fucking this bicycle, shooting guns off the bicycle and shit. Doing this and that. He doing all these extra bullshit. Wow, fucking 50 Cent and Randy Couture and Dolph Lundgren, the Asian bitch, Megan Fox, and Antonio Banderas' son just chilling in the fucking room doing absolutely nothing. Until later on, they get out of the ship, they actually start doing stuff, but it's still like, it's not really interesting at all. 50 Cent should be like the best one in this whole movie besides Jason Statham. He should be like one of the best ones besides Jason Statham. But he just do absolutely nothing interesting at all in this whole entire fucking movie. I'm sitting here like wondering myself in the theater. I'm like, why is he not doing anything that interesting? Like fucking Statham's like hogging the whole movie. He's like hogging all the fucking action scenes and stuff like that. I'm like, come on. And like, is this a standalone Jason Statham movie or this is Expendables? Like, what the fuck is this shit? That's all I was trying to figure out. Is this the Lee Christmas movie or is this the Expendables 4? Like, what the fuck? He does like all the fucking work. He does all the heavy duty. While 50 Cent and fucking Dolph Lundgren and fucking Randy Couture don't do a goddamn thing that much. They do some things on the ship, but not too much. While this fucking Asian woman start throwing fucking spike fucking chains at people. I'm like, what the fuck? Who is she? Like, is she like some fucking... Like, what the fuck is going on here? She throwing fucking spike chains at fucking bad guys and shit? Well, what the hell is this? A gladiator fight or something? Or this is Expendables 4? What is going on? I don't know. It's this whole fucking movie's weird. Fucking Antonio Banderas' son should be more like a fucking... He had like a lot of potential, but like I said, they didn't use him right. 50 Cent wasn't used right. Fucking Dolph Lundgren didn't do a goddamn thing. Made him a fucking sober dork. And also, he stopped being sober and starts drinking again. And he start kind of kicking ass, but he doesn't really kick that much ass like he usually does in the earlier movies, like Expendables, like 1 and 2. So then later, Statham and Iko Uwais have their big battle fight on the ship. And I thought it was a pretty decent fight. I didn't mind those scenes, I guess. It could have been done a lot better, but I didn't mind those fight scenes, you know. But fucking Statham takes him down with a fucking tomahawk, and you know he's like, I got the bigger knife or some shit like that. And he fucking kills him with the tomahawk fucking knife, tomahawk knife. Kills him with that, and fucking turns out he's not actually the real bad guy. It's actually Andy Garcia's character. He's actually the mysterious bad guy whose name is Ocelot. He's actually the real bad guy who kills his own crew or some shit like that. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Andy Garcia is this the real fucking bad guy? This fucking nerd with his big ass nose? I'm like, come on. Like I said, I heard Bruce Willis was supposed to be that type of character, but you know, like I said, Bruce Willis, he wanted more money, and two, he has the dementia now, so that's why we got Andy Garcia's dorky ass. So it turns out he's actually the bad guy because they thought that fucking prisoner Asian guy getting off the ship was the bad guy. Well, it turns out it wasn't him. So here comes the stupid part of this movie. Here comes the stupid part. So what happened here is that Statham decides to tell, you know, his boys, you know, his team that you guys gotta get on this fucking boat and get out of here. I'm gonna sacrifice myself to stop this bomb and take this whole ship down and this and that. So he's gonna decide to do that, and fucking 50 Cent and fucking Dolph Lundgren, Randy Couture, and Megan Fox and the Asian woman all get on the boat while Statham decides to take care of it by himself. So I find it to be really stupid. Why couldn't 50 Cent be like, you know what, I'm staying by, you know, I'm going to help you out and kick some ass with you. Same with Dolph Lundgren. He should have been like, yeah, fuck that shit. I stay in the fucking shit like a pussy. I'm coming on the shit with you to kick some ass. It'd been all three of them shooting and fucking blowing these motherfuckers out with the guns and shit like that. Especially 50 Cent. I love seeing him go fucking crazy with like a minigun or something like that. But then again, like I said, they did not use his character good at all. They made him look like a fucking doofus. He was just there. I'm like, what the fuck? Why the fuck we have 50 Cent in here and not use him at all in this fucking movie? Like, I don't get it. They should give him like some fucking cool ass, big ass guns or something like that. But no, he had nothing like that. Fucking Terry Crews had like fucking big ass guns in Expendables 1 and 2. But somehow 50 Cent had no big ass guns or anything like that. Like, really? Like, I don't get it. I don't get this fucking movie. It's like this whole movie is just about fucking Lee Christmas. This movie should have been called the Lee Christmas movie because that's like the whole movie is just basically about him. I'm like, what is this, the Meg 3 or something like that? Because the Meg 2 came out this year. Is this the Meg 3 or is this fucking Expendables 4? Like, I don't get which movie it is. I don't know what's going on because like the whole movie is just about Lee Christmas and all about him, and he's doing all the fucking work and the action while everyone sits on the fucking boat like a bunch of pussies while they should be on the fucking boat with him kicking ass. It should have been fucking like I said, Dolph Lundgren should stay by and 50 Cent should stay by on the ship and help Statham kick some ass, and fucking the two girls should just fucking take care of Ray Torby. He got shot and he got injured. I mean, even Tony Bader's son should have came back on the ship and kick some ass too. But then again, it's like, I don't know what were they writing. Like, what were they thinking when they wrote this movie? Why did these care like a bunch of pussies sitting on that goddamn shit doing nothing? Well, I mean, on the boat doing nothing. And maybe go on a skateboat and tell them to get out of there. I'm like, are you kidding me with that shit? What the fuck kind of idea is that? Sitting on a skateboat like a bunch of pussies, not doing anything? 50 Cent, Dolph Lundgren, and Tony Banderas' son should have been like, fuck that shit. We're staying on the ship and we're gonna kick ass all together. We're all gonna sacrifice each other and whoop some ass. Let's do it. That's how it should have been. Like, that's how a real man should have been. But no, I don't know what's going on in this fucking movie. This whole movie's fucking goofy. They just stand on a fucking skateboat and Stan does all the work. Like he's, cooking a fucking big Thanksgiving dinner for the whole family or something like that. Like he's doing all the cooking and all that, while everyone just sits on their ass and just at the dinner table doing nothing at the dinner table. They're just sitting there fucking jacking each other off. Whatever, just fuck it. Fuck this movie, Anyways, so yeah, he decides he's gonna fight in the ship by himself and shoot all these bad guys on there and shit. I'm like, how the fuck can he handle all this by himself while anyone else helping him out? I'm like, are you kidding me with this? Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, someone fires missiles at all the bad guys on the ship, except for Andy Garcia. He's like the only one left. Sam comes out of the fucking room and starts talking shit. Everybody come down and kick his ass. Then all of a sudden, fucking another missile shoots off, hits Andy Garcia, blows him up to pieces. It turns out Sylvester Stallone's character is still alive. Wow, big shocker, isn't it? He's actually still alive. Like I said, he's only in this movie for like 10 minutes. He shows up to the end right now in the end in the helicopter shooting missiles off. Then fucking Statham gets on the boat and those two escape with each other and the whole boat like blows up like this gigantic fucking whale. Like, holy shit. That actually was pretty good though. I actually like that scene. The whole big giant ship explodes up and the whole giant huge ass wave is like Godzilla's coming out of the water or something like that. I'm like, god damn, that was fucking crazy. I love that. I actually love that part. So then Stallone explains why he faked his death. He went Kobe Bryant mode. So he explains what happened, and he says that the only way I can get Ocelot to come out of the blue is that if I fake my death, he'll come out of the blue, and you guys can go and shoot and kill him. That's basically about it. That's the only reason why he faked his death, so he can come out of the blue and get himself caught. That's it. That's the reason why he faked his death. That's the only fucking reason. Ha 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 ha. So that happened, and they're all back at the bar, hanging out, drinking beer. Like, wow, Stallone's not even dead. And then Stallone tells Statham, if that wasn't him in the fucking plane, then who was it? It was actually Jumbo Shrimp. He actually knocked out Jumbo Shrimp and put him in the fucking ship. Then he jumped off the fucking, not ship. I keep saying ship. Why do I keep saying ship? Shit or ship? No, I'm talking about a fucking plane. Jump off the fucking plane, but knocked out Jumbo Shrimp in there, and the whole plane blows up, and it was his dead ass body. It wasn't Stallone's dead ass body. It was him. So turns out it was Jumbo Shrimp's dead ass body in there. So fuck that guy. And the end. That's the end of the fucking movie. But god damn, like they really fucked up these characters. Like these characters had a lot of potential. 50 Cent's character and Antonio Banderas' son's character, like those two guys had a lot of potential in this movie, and somehow they destroyed it. They wasted the potential of these characters, especially 50 Cent. He should have been kicking a lot of ass besides Statham, but somehow they didn't do nothing with him. They did nothing with his character, just like Antonio Banderas' son's character. They did nothing with those characters at all. Nothing. They're just there. Just there just for fucking Lee Christmas to kick a lot of ass. That's it. It was the Lee Christmas movie. The Lee Christmas show. It wasn't the fucking the Expendables 4 movie. No. This is Meg 3. This is the Meg 3 movie. This is not what you think it is. This is the Transporter 5. This ain't this ain't Expendables 4. Like I said, fucking Statham was hogging the whole goddamn movie. It's like he was playing more of the fucking video game than anybody. He was like hogging the whole video game. I'm like, get off the fucking video game, dude. Let fucking 50 Cent and Dolph Lundgren do shit. Why the hell is he doing all the goddamn work? Like it was like I wasn't getting aggravated or anything. I love watching him kick a lot of ass. But I'm like, why not 50 Cent? Why not Dolph Lundgren? Well, why are they not doing anything? Why are they just sitting there doing absolutely nothing? But I could say this movie is really a downgrade with the cast, because from other movies like 1, 2, and 3, they had like a really great cast, especially the second one. Stallone, Statham, Dolph Lundgren, Van Damme, Bruce Willis, Jet Li, Chuck Norris, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terry Crews, Liam Hemsworth. The list goes on and of great actors and great storytelling between those movies. I'm not saying this movie is like really bad or anything. I'm not saying it's awful, but I'm saying it's all right at best. I do like this more than the third movie. I'm not gonna lie. The third movie is just, I don't know. The third movie is like too goofy and too many corny new characters in here. I mean, these characters, I like these new characters more than the third movie. That fucking Ronda Rousey's fucking reptile looking ass face and those other fucking goons they had in there. I don't know what they were doing in the third movie besides this shit. Fucking the Lee Christmas movie. Like I said, I'm not calling shit Expendables 4. This is a Lee Christmas movie. This is not Expendables 4. I'm not gonna call it that. No, this is, like I said, this is the Transporter 5. This is the Meg 3. This ain't fucking Expendables 4. I'm not calling it Expendables 4. No fucking way. Especially fucking Stallone's barely in this movie. He's just in there for like 10 goddamn minutes. He's like in the beginning and all into the end. That's it. 10 fucking minutes of Stallone. I'm like, what kind of movie is that? You got no Stallone. I can't call this as Expendables. This is not an Expendables movie without Stallone. He's just in there for like 10 goddamn minutes. Fucking Christ. I don't know what they're thinking with this shit. Plus, do you know what else the problem with this movie? It took 9 fucking years for this shit to come out. I kid you not. Because the last Expendables movie that came out was in 2014. It took 9 fucking years for this shit to come out. And it has like a fucking weaker cast. No Wesley Snipes for some reason. I don't know why they couldn't get Wesley Snipes back in here also. I don't get that. No Wesley Snipes? Like, they couldn't get him back? I don't know. Like I said, this movie is like a real downgrade with the cast, definitely. But I don't know, like, it took 9 fucking years. And also another thing is that this movie is irrelevant. This ain't the 2010s anymore. This is 2023, and nobody really gives a shit about Expendables anymore like it used to do back in the early 2010s and mid 2010s, I don't think nobody really cares about them anymore like it used to. Because these movies used to make a lot of fucking money. Now it's like, how much they made now in the box office? I gotta check this out real quick. Let's see real quick. Expendables 4. I'll click on Wikipedia here. 10 million. And the budget's like 100 million. That's fucking terrible. I don't know if it's because of streaming services, but this is fucking terrible. This is basically chump change because Expendables 3 made over $214.7 million in the box office for the third movie. And the budget's like 100 million. That's still not really that good. But let me see Expendables 2 real quickly here. Expendables 2 it probably made a lot of money. You can go the first Expendables first before I go to Expendables 2. The first Expendables movie made like 274 million, and the budget is like 80 million. So that's pretty good. That's why they made a sequel to it, because Expendables 2 made at least like 315 million. So the second one is the highest gross making money out of all the Expendables movies. Then the fourth one came out, I was like, what the fuck is that bullshit? That's not the money they would make. Because like I said, the Expendables is irrelevant now. That's why the fourth one didn't make that much money, because no one really gives a shit like Expendables 4. Nobody really cares about those movies anymore like it used to back then. Because back then it was a different time for those type of movies, because those time people actually really gave a shit about those type of movies. Now it's like no one really cares, because all this other garbage is out there now, like fucking Barbie and all these other bullshits. But yeah, it's like Expendables is just irrelevant now in this generation. Now that's the reason why this one didn't make that much money, and that sucks. It really fucking does. But this movie could have been done a lot better, and I mean a lot better with these characters, especially 50 Cent and Antonio Banderas' son and Dolph Lundgren. They could have been done a lot better. But like I said, this is the lead Christmas movie. This ain't Expendables 4, so yeah. And these fucking nerds whining and bitching and moaning because Megan Fox in this movie. Boo fucking who? Who gives a rat's ass if she's in this movie or not? Fucking look, the only reason why these nerds on the internet whine about Megan Fox being in any of these things, because they know that she wouldn't fuck them.